Hello, my name is Sandra Jones. I'm in class ECCE 112, Curriculum and Assessment, and today I am going to be talking about a classroom activity you guys can do with group age, I'd say 4 to 6. Today we are going to be doing a Valentine's activity since Valentine's is right around the corner, and it's going to be super fun for your kids, and it'll help them learn sharing and independence, and all together just hand coordination and eye coordination, and just basically it's going to be very great for them, and it's going to be fun for their learning experience and just to work together. So today what we are going to be doing is this. It is a little flower thing they can do and make for their parents or whoever their guardian is. Here's an example from one of my students. This is his, and he put "Love you, mommy" down here. So this assignment is really easy. To even make it easier, you can have construction paper, but today I don't have construction paper, so I'm just going to show y'all how to make it with the stuff I have at my house. So what you'll need is paper. I recommend 3 pieces of paper. It's pretty easy. And I'm going to use color pencils today and crayons. And you'll need a glue stick and a pair of scissors. So yeah. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to trace our handprint down on a paper. You can do whatever you want, but just off the example, there is 3 little handprints. 1, 2, 3. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can just put your hand here. So what you're going to do is just put your hand wherever, and you're going to trace your hand. You could also use paint if you guys have paint in your classroom or whatever you guys want to use. If you don't want it to be so messy, you can use colored pencils and markers, and that's what I'm going to do. So since my hands are big, I am just going to do 2 little handprints. So and this will help kids learn how to hold pencils and like be really good when it comes to cutting out, because after you draw your handprints like so, you'll have to get your students to cut it out. I recommend safety scissors for little kids, and make sure, like, obviously you're supervising them. You don't want to get them hurt. You don't want them to hurt themselves. So you're just going to cut this out, and then when I cut this out, I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut my hands out. So here's my hands. They don't have to be perfect. I accidentally crumpled that one up. Sorry about that. But here is my hands. I cut them out. They don't have to be perfect. I still have to line this one up a little bit. But reminder, it will be a lot easier for your students or your kids, whoever you're doing this activity with, if you have colored construction paper. It would be a lot easier. But like I said, I am just doing with what I have around the house or paint. With what my student did, he used paint here. So like I said, it'd be a lot easier. But if you're using paint, make sure you have wipes to clean their hands off with. So after you get your little hands, you'll pick what color you want. And I am going to use pink. And pretty much just color your hands. And after I color my hands, I'll be right back. I colored my hands, and now we are gonna go ahead and make the stem. They did a stem for each flower, but you can do however you want to do it. Also, if you want to make this more of a learning activity, then you can, if you would like, you can like put a video on with it, and like they have to answer questions from the video to see if they're comprehending. But for today, I'm just doing this as an activity for like classroom and like to work together and coordination and like independence. So that's pretty much what I'm just going to use this lesson for today. But you can switch this lesson around or do whatever you want. You can, even if you don't want to do flowers with your hands, you can do many other things with the hands. I also know a couple teachers that like take pictures of their students and have them in the little like picture, and they can do whatever they want with it, you know, or like handprints for somewhere else, or feet prints. I've seen people even do feet prints. I don't know, just whatever you think would be best for your fit for your classroom. But anyways, what we're gonna do now, we are gonna get our other piece of paper and we are gonna cut out our stems. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our paper. For this one, I am gonna use colored pencils, and I'm gonna use green. So what I like to do, like I said, will be a lot easier if you have construction paper. So I see my flowers, and I'm just gonna draw out whatever type of stem I want for them, and I'm gonna do a little outline like so. Here's my outline for my little flower stem, and then I'm gonna color it in for you can see it better, and then I'm gonna cut it out, and that's where your third piece of paper will come in play. When you have your third piece of paper, after you draw out all your flower stems, okay, you'll get your third piece of paper, and you will lay your flowers, or your handprints, whatever you want to call them, down onto the paper where you would like them to go, and we'll glue them. And I'll still show y'all that. I'm just going to explain this next steps beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'll be back. Okay, I've cut out all my stems for my flowers. Here's what they're looking like. Boom, boom. Okay, and now I'm gonna pick what background I want the back to be, and I think I'm gonna do yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color this piece of paper, and I'm gonna color yellow all behind here. What I do to save time, I like lay out where I want my flowers to be. Say I want them to be like this. So I'd mark it right, like say right here, and then right here, and I'll just color that. I don't have to color something that I'm not gonna even see. Okay, so as you can see, I have the paper colored. Just left this little middle part out, and we're gonna put my flowers back. Okay, this is what it looks like. And then we're gonna put my stems where I would like my stems to go. I made one little stem a little too long, so we're gonna have to cut that. But I want my stems to, I want my stem to be like so. So we're gonna cut this excess off, and we're gonna glue it down. Okay, so I glued every single thing down. This is what it's looking like, and I kind of messed up, and I should have put these like overlapping each other so they look better instead of straight down, but it's okay. You can write whatever you want, or have your students write whatever they want to their parents on it, or even on the back, because there's still a whole open spot. But just make sure you put the date for the parents, or whoever the child gives it to knows exactly when they got it, and they can remember it forever. Anyway, that's it for today. That's all I have. Thank you for watching my video. Just a reminder, this is for a class called Curriculum and Assessments, and I go to school at Chattahoochee Tech. So thank you for watching. Please like the video if you liked and you enjoyed.